Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. This is your January the 21st, 2022, or 2023 Friday Night Smackdown review. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up. We are on the road to 600 subscribers. The links to both of my accounts, both my Facebook and Instagram accounts, are in the description below. And make sure you go check out all the other content I have on the channel as well. Content from this week and last week, as well as my Monday Night Raw, Dynamite, Smackdown Rampage reviews. They're all on the channel. Still going to be working on my new channel art banner. Every time I say that, I don't do it. And I'm being serious. I'm actually working on my channel art banner this week. I'm probably going to start it tomorrow. Every time I say that, I don't do it. I don't know why. I am increasingly mad because I got on here, logged into my other Gmail account on my Chromebook laptop, only to find out that all my games were taken off. All the games I had on there were taken off. Everything, it's like when I logged into it, every single thing pretty much reset itself on there. I don't know why this laptop has a habit of doing that. I don't understand it. I don't know why stuff is resetting on here. I've never resetted nothing on here. When I came on here, everything resetted by itself. Everything. And now, after the Smackdown review, after I give you guys your WWE AEW Saturday afternoon news, now I have to wait until all the games are installed back on my laptop. So now we're going to have to wait until 8 o'clock to start the game stream now. Great. Or it may even be at 8:30 p.m. or 9 o'clock. May have to wait till 9 o'clock p.m. to start the game stream, man. Oh, I thought I was going to be able to stream all the games today, only to come on here and find out that everything got resetted on here. I didn't even realize, I wasn't even aware that everything was being reset on here by itself until I came on here. I don't know why this laptop had to do that. It increasingly has made me angry that everything was taken off of here. It's ridiculous. It really is. It's not. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't understand. I really don't. I really don't understand why everything's got taken off of this laptop. I really don't. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started with the Smackdown review. I'm not going to waste anybody's time here. We got the Smackdown Tag Team title tournament. I don't know why they went with a Smackdown Tag Team title tournament. It made no sense to even put one on the show to begin with. I mean, I understand they have 8 tag teams, but you barely even built up these tag teams for this tournament. Barely. Los Lotharios, where were they? They haven't even been on TV the last 2-3 weeks. Maximum Male Models, they haven't been used much. Nobody's interested in the Maximum Male Models, and nobody's certainly interested in watching Hit Row on TV. Everybody can care less about Hit Row. Hit Row as a heel, not working. You seen how worse they were as baby faces on SmackDown. I think the only team that's going to be left in this tournament are Imperium and the Brawling Brutes, or Imperium and the Banger Bros, or whatever they call themselves. I don't understand they came up with the team of Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. They're not even a tag team, so why even pair them up together? They're not even the tag team. They're really not. I bet that was Bruce and Vince's idea. Guaranteed that was Vince's idea, man. I don't think that was Triple H's idea at all. Had to be Vince. Had to be Vince's idea to pair Drew McIntyre up with Sheamus. How else am I seeing these two just now becoming a team on TV? I mean, really. And something else I wanted to tell you guys too. The more I seen WWE hyping up the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship match, the more I realized that, you know what, Roman Reigns defending one of the titles against Kevin Owens would not legitimately make sense. At first, I thought, you know, why not have Kevin Owens become the new Universal Champion and have Roman Reigns going into WrestleMania defending his WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes instead of having both titles defended going in WrestleMania 39. But then I realized that I had second thoughts on that. But then I realized since they're going to have the Usos defend both the WWE Undisputed Raw SmackDown Tag Team Championships against Sami Zayn, I figured why not do the same thing with Roman Reigns, have him defend both of his titles against Cody Rhodes for WrestleMania 39. I think that sounds like a great idea. If you ask me, that would be one of the greatest creative decisions that WWE's ever come up with. So one thing is for sure, the Usos do not need to lose at the Royal Rumble. We do not need to see the Usos losing at the 2023 Royal Rumble. If the Usos lose at the 2023 Royal Rumble, it is going to go down as one of the worst creative decisions ever. We don't need to see that. We don't need to see Judgment Day against the Usos. No, that heel versus a heel tag team makes no sense. We don't need a heel tag team going at it with another heel tag team. No. That would spill for disaster if they do that. We don't need to see that. That's not what we need to see. The Usos need to have both the WWE Undisputed Raw and SmackDown Tag Team champions going into WrestleMania 39. The only opponents that the Usos need to be dropping the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships to is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. At this point, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens should be the only ones winning the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. Nobody else but Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. I think Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Usos is the right move. It's the right call. It's the right decision. It's the right direction going forward. Roman Reigns defending both titles is the right decision and the right direction going forward. I wanted to go ahead and get that out the way. I wanted to go ahead and mention that. So, 2 weeks after the Viking Raiders attacked Sheamus and Drew McIntyre in a moment captured exclusively for WWE.com. The teams battled in the opening match of the SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament. It was every bit the heavy-hitting bout expected, with both teams clubbing their way to sustain advantage at different points in the match. The babyface Banger Bros would have to fight from underneath on more than one occasion, but McIntyre and Sheamus did, and ultimately worked together to score the win over the very game Eric and Ivor. Now, there is a real argument to be made that this should have been, in fact, the final of the tournament. Maybe. That's what some people on social media are arguing about. No. The tag team in the end, in the finals, the tag team that should be in the finals right now should be Imperium and the Banger Bros. Legado Fantasma is not winning this tournament. I'm just letting you Legado Fantasma fans know now. They're not winning the tournament. I could see WWE having the Banger Bros win the tournament. Even though it didn't make sense to have a tournament on SmackDown to decide who the Usos' next opponents is going to be. I mean, doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know why. Well, Legado del Fantasma could use a signature win or two before battling the Brawling Brutes, or should I say the Banger Bros. Now, see, I don't know why WWE have to call Sheamus and Drew McIntyre the Brawling Brutes. Now it's got me mixing it up. Now I'm saying their goddamn names wrong. Great. Looks like I'm gonna be getting some shit wrong here on the Smackdown review. My head's already not feeling right. My head's already feeling dizzy. Legado del Fantasma could use a signature win or two before battling the Banger Bros. And if they do, they're going to lose to the Banger Bros. Now, as far as Giovanni Vinci and Kaiser of Imperium, even Hit Row, fresh off a heel turn on Ricochet, can hardly afford a loss. I mean, given that nobody gives a shit about Hit Row, nobody cares. Considering how McIntyre and Sheamus are former WWE champions and top stars on the Blue brand, it is kind of difficult to imagine any of the other teams in the tournament knocking them off. So the argument may be for not. Maybe. I don't know. At least the Viking Raiders had the chance to steal the show from the opening match spot, reminding fans, officials, and analysts of their skills in doing so against top-tier talent. Now, it is noted that Michael Cole did send WWE's condolences to the family of Jay Briscoe, who passed away unexpectedly Tuesday. My thoughts and prayers go out to Jay Briscoe, Mark Briscoe, and their families during these difficult times. The Viking Raiders Ring of Honor alumni sported them boys armbands in memory of their friends. Backstage, Roman Reigns got testy with Sami Zayn, questioning why he is worried about running his plans post the honorary Uso when pressed by Sami Zayn about the events of last week's show. I am loving this downfall bloodline storyline. It's doing great, and I think they need to keep going with this. I'm impressed with how good Roman Reigns, the Usos, Sosco, and Sami Zayn's been doing on TV lately. This is one of the greatest feuds on Smackdown television. No question about it. Guys, honest to God truth, man, I really don't think they should have booked a SmackDown Tag Team title tournament. It made no sense. You should have just left that. You should have just threw that goddamn SmackDown Tag Team title opportunity, or should I say SmackDown Tag Team title idea, out the window. You should have just threw that idea out the window, man. There shouldn't be no tournament on this show at all. You barely tag teams in the SmackDown division, the SmackDown Tag Team division. So why even do a tournament? This SmackDown Tag Team's barely even been beat. I really get it, man. I'm lost on this. I'm still trying to question why they decided to go with this. I really don't understand their logic here. I really don't. I don't think we will ever understand why. But most importantly, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday evening, Saturday afternoon, wherever you may be. It's going to be a good review. You know, it's already starting off good. I'm already doing good. I'm already making factual information facts already. I'm already telling the truth here. But after the match, Cole did clarify that all first round matches will take place on SmackDown, which they did last night. When it rolled and Lotharios, I say shit roll like JD did on his SmackDown review last night. I like his shit roll fresh and it sounds good. It's hilarious. He's one of my many inspirations, by the way. Shout outs to the Off the Script podcaster, always great at what he does on this podcast. He's one of the reasons why I try to sound better and why I try to do good on my channel and stuff. But the winner of Hit Row and Luis Lotharios would face Sheamus and McIntyre in the second round. It ended up being Hit Row winning. I don't know why you would go with Hit Row, and you should have easily went with Luis Lotharios. I think that would have made more sense for Luis Lotharios to win rather than have Hit Row to win. I mean, nobody is behind Hit Row. Nobody's getting over Hit Row. Nobody. You need to get Hit Row off of television. They are awful. They are terrible in the ring. Their entrance is terrible. Their theme song sounds terrible. Everything about them is terrible. They need to get off of TV. Like, nobody wants to watch you on TV every week in the ring. Like, really. Hell, they're even more bad in the ring. Speaking of the ring, Top Dollar had one of the worst fucking dives in WWE history. When he tried to dive off the rope and he failed miserably. Failed miserably, man. Backstage, Sami Zayn approached Roman Reigns, Paul Heyman, requested conversations. Sami said, the greeting in the parking lot felt a little frosty. It wanted to make sure things were cool. Roman said he saw him last week and he's trying to cover for it. So give it to him straight. Sami Zayn explained that he felt privileged with the task of taking care of the Roman Reigns problem. And he felt slighted that when the Usos interfered in his match, it robbed him of the opportunity. He continued and said that he didn't know the plan. And Kevin Owens keeps saying he's being used, and for a split second, he thought he might be right, but it's fine. Roman negatively and told Sami he said he didn't have to run his plans by the honorary Usos, and he was tired of having this conversation every week. Roman told Heyman to get Sami out of there. One thing is for sure, as far as the men's and women's Royal Rumble goes, the winners coming out of the men's and women's Royal Rumble should be Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley. Enough said. Rhea Ripley should be coming out of the women's Royal Rumble. She should win the whole thing. And Cody Rhodes should be winning the men's Royal Rumble. I think that would be the right move, the right creative decision to have Cody Rhodes win the men's Royal Rumble and Rhea Ripley win the women's Royal Rumble for the 2023 Royal Rumble, man. The Royal Rumble pay-per-view. The Royal Rumble pay-per-view is next week. My birthday is next week as well. My birthday is on a Wednesday, which happens to be Dynamite Day. Yes, folks, I will be live for Dynamite on my birthday. There's never going to be a time where I won't go live for Dynamite on my birthday. No. I'm going to be live for Dynamite. Dynamite should be an excellent episode next week, hopefully. Let's hope so. Hopefully the viewership doesn't go down. Like the Smackdown viewership did. Speaking of Smackdown, we will go over your Smackdown news in a bit. And I may also have your Monday Night Raw and NXT news. We do have some news on The Rock. And plenty more to go over after your Smackdown review here on the IWN YouTube channel. Anyways, we got an excellent match between the Viking Raiders and the Banger Bros kicking off SmackDown episode 3. The tournament felt pretty thin. The attack from the Raiders on Sheamus and McIntyre a couple of weeks ago felt random, contrived, and I'm pretty sure you guys, like I did, really enjoyed the match, and everybody put in a fantastic effort. Now, the Sammy and Bloodline storyline seems to be rapidly entering a new phase, which is good because it would have gotten stalled had things gone too well for too long. Raquel Rodriguez. They need to change it back to Gonzalez. I mean, I don't know why you would still go with Raquel Rodriguez. I don't understand that either. I don't understand why they even changed her name. What, so they can bury her and waste her on TV? Embarrass her? I don't get it. But anyways, backstage, Raquel Rodriguez said everything in her home state of Texas is bigger, and she plans on making the Royal Rumble the biggest moment of her career. She said she planned on earning her way to WrestleMania. Cole mentioned over 30 of her family and friends will be in attendance. I'm sorry to tell you this, but Raquel is not winning the Women's Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley is. It's the second time in a row I've done said Rhea Ripley's winning the Women's Royal Rumble. Now it's the third time. LA Knight's music hits, and he made his way to the ring for a match. Knight grabbed a microphone and asked why Bray Wyatt can't figure out whether or not he's Uncle Howdy. No! What did I tell you guys a few months ago? I just told you guys that the person behind the Uncle Howdy gimmick is Vincent. It is not Bo Dallas. There's no way. And what creatively would not make sense is WWE going with Bo Dallas first. That would legitimately not make sense. The person you should be going with first, the tag team, as a matter of fact, the people you should be going with first is Vincent and Dutch, not Bo Dallas. You go with Vincent and Dutch, then Bo Dallas, not Bo Dallas, Vincent and Dutch. All these rumors going around that Bo Dallas is behind the Uncle Howdy gimmick. No, he's not. No, he's not. It's Vincent behind the gimmick. It's not Bo Dallas. I don't know why these geeks online keep saying it's Bo Dallas. No, it's not Bo Dallas. I don't fucking care what you think. It's not Bo Dallas. You can come at me in the live chat with your stupidity all you want to. Your fucking stupidity going right out my goddamn chat. You can come at me with your negativity all you want to. And if I even see any negative comments about me in the live chat, you're getting booted. You're getting absolutely booted from the chat. You don't like my opinion? Get on my chat. It's that simple. Get the fuck out if you don't like my opinion. It's that simple, man. I'm not tolerating negativity this year. I'm not putting up with that. I've already dealt with that enough in my life as it is now. Negativity out the window. Not putting up with it. It's one of the reasons why my Twitter accounts got suspended. Arguing with those WWE, AEW negative geeks online on Twitter. Over an opinion that actually matters. Hello. Over opinions that stand out. Don't get on Twitter, guys. The Twitter IWC community is toxic. Don't get on Twitter. Stay off of Twitter, man. I'm telling you right now. It's not worth getting on there. I'm glad I'm able to post my voting polls on my YouTube community page instead of voting them on Twitter. I don't even need Twitter. Fuck Twitter. Elon Musk is taking over. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough to say, nope, not creating another Twitter account. Yeah, Elon Musk is taking over Twitter. I'm not joking. Nah. You won't be seeing me with a Twitter account, especially if guys like Elon Musk is taking over. Nah, no thanks. No thanks. So, LA Knight then said that Bray Wyatt asked, who is he? He responded that he's LA Knight. Knight then said that he would turn off Bray's light switch at the Royal Rumble, and that would be the end of that. Okay. Whatever that's supposed to mean. After the match, the Firefly Funhouse aired. We got the return of Firefly Funhouse. Let me know y'all's thoughts on that in the live chat. I said that on my SmackDown watch along too. And speaking of watch along, if you missed my SmackDown watch along, you can go check it out. You can go listen to what commentary said and listen to all the wrestlers cutting their segments and having their matches. You can listen to the action commentary if you want. Go get that a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I will say this one last time. Make sure you check out all the other content I have on the channel. You do not want to miss what all I have on there this week. That's still on there. Now, the Firefly Funhouse aired on the big screen, which all of Bray's characters back in action. Again, Bray was fixing the door, had a plumber's crack blocked by his Firefly icon. Bray said that he's missed everyone so much he can't really wait to have so much fun with all of his friends. Rabbit said LA Knight is cool with him. Sister Abigail told him to shut the F up, obviously. Shut the fuck up. That's what he told him. Huskus the pig are chocolate. And Bray commented that you would have to be insane to name your child Los Angeles Knight. Bray bent down, told Rumbling Rabbit what he's feeling is normal and that the darkness is a place where things hide under his bed. In fact, he should be afraid of the dark. Uncle Howdy then appeared on the screen, said, I told you so, and that all he needed was a little push. Bray said that at Royal Rumble, Knight was the only one that opened the door. And it was his responsibility to deal with whatever walked through it. He then said bye, and the show ended. I hope I don't have to start over on Dragon Ball Legends again, or I will be extremely angry. All that effort I put into streaming Legends. You mean to tell me now I have to uninstall Legends and all the other games on there, man? This shit sucks. I don't know why. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why this laptop reset itself, man. I don't even have it reset to where it needs to reset itself. I don't know why it did that. Maybe because of my darn storage. Maybe because the storage on the laptop was full. I don't know. Maybe the storage made it do it. I don't know, man. It's always something all the time going on. It's always something with me going on, man. It's always something going on with me and this fucking technology. Or anything else that's going on. Now, I'm sure you guys are terribly happy to see Bray Wyatt return to all of this magic and Huskus Pocus. But that's where we are, I guess. That's where we are, I guess. But honestly, then again, the only person who really knows where the Wyatt story is headed is the man himself. But you know, it certainly appears to be progressing after a month or so of stagnancy back in 2022. The reintroduction of the Firefly gang raises the question. Now, how long until we see the Fiend? Or perhaps was that character even deemed such a failure that the Royal Rumble will bring with it a new incarnation for Wyatt? Rather the case may be, It defiantly sounded like Alexa Bliss laughing along to the jokes told by the Funhouse puppets. Another nod to her ongoing downward spiral into madness. More like her downward, terrible Bray Wyatt gimmick. I don't know why they gave Alexa Bliss that gimmick, man. That gimmick of Alexa Bliss need to get off of TV. We need the goddess Alexa Bliss back. The one that talks trash to the fans. That Alexa Bliss. I don't know why we got this Bray Wyatt Alexa Bliss gimmick going for her. Clearly, it's not going anywhere. And as far as the match between Hit Row and Lotharios goes, the fans struggled to get into it, mostly because they did not know who to cheer. Lotharios has been heels for so long and have not been featured consistently enough for fans to get behind, making this one less successful than it could have been. Hit Row does not have the presence or charisma. Booking them would be absolutely bad. They are not good in the ring. Hit Row is not a good tag team at all. You might as well release them back from WWE all over again. I don't think this match was a way to get them over. That's just me. They were not put over. They were not put over well at all. It was not much of a match between this team at all. The Smackdown tag team roster is exposed. Hey, isn't that what JD said on his Smackdown review? I mean, I know he did it because I know he said it. At least I ain't like all these other geeks trying to share his content, copying what he says. No, I'm not them. No. But anyway, backstage, Braun Strowman said he's made a career out of chunking bodies around. He said anyone who stands in his way on the road to WrestleMania is going to get these hands. Braun Strowman, I would rather see Braun Strowman on TV than Omos. Nobody wants to see Omos on TV. Get him out. Get him out. And you know what? I regret saying that they need to release Braun Strowman. No, they don't. No, they don't. Braun Strowman is the only big man in WWE. We don't need Omos. Omos is terrible. Omos is terrible. And you know, on my Monday Night Raw review, it's kind of funny how I said Omos when I said on my Monday Night Raw review that Omos made his return. Nobody wants to see Omos on television. Keep him off. Keep him away from TV, please. And most importantly, keep him away from the ring. It's bad enough that he's awful in the ring, you know. Seriously. Nobody can care less about Omos. The same goes for Ronda Rousey. Got some news on her. She won't be in the Royal Rumble. Good. Goodbye. We don't need TV. You made the women's division worse than what it was already. It was the second hour of SmackDown. Charlotte Flair made her entrance dressed for a match. Video was shown with the backstage brawl between Charlotte and Sonya Deville from last week. Charlotte wooed and said she loved Detroit. You know how she does her woo! Doesn't sound nearly like Ric Flair's. Woo! Doesn't sound nearly like his. I'm telling you that right now. And said it's clear Sonya Deville has a problem with her. Yeah, the entire women's division has a problem with you being on TV, Charlotte Flair. Nobody wants you there. The entire IWC community has a problem with you being on their fucking television. All the WWE fans All the geeks online have a problem with you being on TV. Nobody wants you there. Nobody wants you on TV. Get out. Get out. Nobody wants you on TV. She has one of the worst moonsaults in all of WWE. Nobody cares. I'd rather see Sonya Deville on TV than Charlotte Flair. She's a better experienced wrestler. She's a better talent than Charlotte Flair is. Really. Need a break with this crap. She addressed Sonya and told her to come say whatever she has to say to her face instead of whining backstage to Adam Pearce. You know, you could have had Ronda Rousey drop the title to Shotzi Blackheart or a Tegan Nox. You could have had Ronda Rousey drop the title to Shayna Baszler. You could have had Shayna Baszler turn on Ronda Rousey and then have a Smackdown Women's Championship match and have Ronda Rousey drop it to Shayna Baszler. That would have been a better idea than having Charlotte Flair roll up Ronda Rousey for the 1, 2, 3 and become the Smackdown Women's Championship. I mean, that would have been way better. That's just how I feel about it. I'm sorry. Sonya walked out and said she didn't care what this dirty, disgusting city wants. She cares about what she deserves. That sounds like something Vince McMahon would say on TV. Certainly sounds like something Bruce Pritchard would say too. I don't know about Nick Khan. Because that's exactly what Vince McMahon cares about, himself. He only cares about himself and what he wants on his TV, and not what everybody else wants. That exactly sounds just like Vince McMahon right there. I just wanted to point that out to you guys. That line, what she said in the ring on SmackDown. Now, that's a title opportunity. She said Charlotte doesn't think she's worthy, and the crowd chanted that she sucked. No, Charlotte Flair sucks, not Sonya Deville. Give me a break. Sonya told the crowd and Charlotte that she's a star every time she walks through the curtain. Charlotte's not a star. The fans are clearly blind and foolish. They are clearly full of themselves, the Detroit crowd. Detroit crowd are a bunch of freaking half-witted idiots, man. They don't realize how bad Charlotte Flair is. So why would you want to? Why would you have the crowd say Sonya Deville sucks when you should have had the crowd say Charlotte Flair sucks? Nobody wants to hear that, especially if you're a Sonya Deville fan. If a Sonya Deville fan hears that the crowd Sonya sucks, you know what they're gonna do? They're probably gonna more than likely end up throwing something out the window, just because the fans saying all that in the arena. I mean, I really don't understand. I'd rather hear Charlotte Flair sucks than hear Sonya Deville sucks, because Charlotte Flair really does suck. Not even joking. She is born on TV. Wanted her back. She came back anyway. I wonder who made the decision to bring Charlotte Flair back to TV. Huh? Probably Vincent Kennedy McMahon. There's no way it's Triple H's decision. It couldn't be his decision. It couldn't have been. I'm not believing that. Now, last week, it took 6 people to rip her away from Charlotte. The crowd went back to chanting, "She sucks." Wow, man. More like this women's division on SmackDown sucks. Yeah, that part. Charlotte Flair acknowledged that she is a star. She then asked if the other women in the back that aren't stars why she deserves more title matches. Charlotte questioned if she was the entitled one and told her to focus on the Rumble to become the next title challenger. She then offered to fight Sonya, but she refused, saying there was nothing in it for her unless Charlotte was willing to put her title on the line. Yeah, whatever, man. Nobody cares about this Charlotte Flair Sonya Deville storyline, man. This shit off of TV. Nobody cares. Adam Pearce walked out and said he had heard enough. Sonya blindsided Charlotte and ran away. Pearce told her to get to the back so they could talk about what she had done. Backstage, Roman asked Paul Heyman about Sami Zayn. This is what I care about right here. One of the greatest storylines in all WWE, the downfall of the bloodline. Heyman said he had it, like Sami from day one. But he's tried to implement his vision as his counsel. He then asked, or should I say, and then he said that Roman should consider when signing a contract with Kevin Owens that it may be better to have Sami inside the castle pissing out than outside the castle pissing in. There is no reason to be excited about Charlotte, folks. Okay? There's no reason to be excited about Charlotte. Or Sonya, for that matter. I wish I could be excited about Sonya, but this feud is not getting Sonya over at all. Neither is it getting Charlotte over. And they are not even taking Sonya Deville seriously as a heel. This is why I said Charlotte Flair needs to stay off of TV. With Charlotte Flair back, the women's division is more worse than it's already been. They're clearly not taking Sonya seriously as a heel, man. They're really not. Charlotte hasn't really done anything. She hasn't done jack, you know what, to modify her act to become a babyface other than smiling like smiling Raquel Gonzalez. That's what she was smiling like. Exactly who she was smiling like. No, she was. Heyman's advice to Reigns got his wheels spinning. So the contract signing later should be interesting. Sure. It was. It was, though. It was great. Kevin Owens stood tall. That's the right ending. That was the right decision. To end it was Kevin Owens staying tall and escaping from the ring and trying to get out of the arena to prevent the bloodline from trying to jump him and attack him. I loved it. Great storyline they got here, man, with the downfall of the bloodline. A Leslie Evans vignette aired. Brawling Brutes team of Butch and Rich Holland. We got two names that rhyme in WWE, Dutch and Butch. Oh boy. Butch and Rich Holland made their entrance. The Imperium team of Louis Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci. I wish they would give Giovanni Vinci's other ring name back. Fabian Heiner sounds a lot better than Giovanni Vinci, if you ask me. I don't know why. It's some reason it does. But you know, Vince McMahon and Bruce were the ones that changed Fabian Heiner's name to Giovanni Vinci. I mean, who really cares about this? Does anybody even care about this name? I'm just asking. I'm just curious. Anybody care? I know I don't. Imperium's Louis Kaiser and Giovanni Vinci versus Brawling Brutes' Rich Holland and Butch in a Smackdown Tag Team Title Tournament match. Holland and Vinci started off the match. Butch tagged in quickly and landed a double stomp to the arm of Vinci. Kaiser then tagged in and landed a tilt a world Tetraworld Slam. After that, Butch fired back with some joint manipulation and stomped on Kaiser's hand. Typical Pete Dunne move. He does that every single week. This shouldn't be a surprise to nobody. Imperium landed a flurry of tandem offense that floored Butch and sent Holland from the apron out to the floor. Now, Butch made a desperation tag to Ridge, who entered and took out Kaiser. And then once Ridge entered and took out Kaiser with a clothesline and a slam into the top turnbuckle, he then landed a running lariat and a running power slam. Ridge attempted to pick up Kaiser again. Vinci prevented it. He then picked up both men and dumped them over his shoulder. Butch then tagged back in, and they dumped Vinci out to the floor. Butch landed an enziguri in Kaiser. So once he landed an enziguri on Kaiser, Vinci shoved Ridge into the ring steps on the floor. Butch applied an ankle lock to Kaiser. He then transitions to an armbar. Kaiser rolled. Hold on, guys. I got a message. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, Vinci shoved Ridge into the ring steps on the floor, applied an ankle lock. He then transitioned to an arm. So Kaiser rolled to the ropes and made a tag. Vinci entered the ring with an impressive double springboard moonsault for a near fall. So then he picked up Butch pretty much for the Imperium bomb, but Ridge knocked Kaiser from the apron. Butch rolled up Vinci, scored a near fall, then landed a series of chops and a leaping tornado DDT. Holland and Kaiser climbed back on the apron, both tagged in. Kaiser landed a big kick and a slap pretty much to Ridge, who fired back with an overhead suplex. So that was the end of the match for that, I think. Anyways, the action broke down with Vinci interfering from the outside. He caught Butch coming off the apron and landed a brainbuster on the floor. Imperium landed an Imperium bomb on Holland and got the win. That was it. That was pretty much it. So Vinci and Kaiser celebrated after the match. Sami Zayn was shown backstage sitting on a crate. Paul Heyman walked up to him and told his tribal chief would like to see him. This was a very, very solid match between the Brawling Brutes and Imperium. It was better than Hit Row versus Los Lotharios, and it was definitely better than Maximum Mills and Legado del Vital. It was a solid match, showcase win for Imperium. They will be facing Sheamus and McIntyre in the finals. I know that for sure. There's no way Sheamus and McIntyre are losing in this tournament. In the end, I could see Sheamus and McIntyre winning the whole tournament, getting another title shot again. Shayna Baszler on backstage asked the viewer to imagine what it's like to compete with a broken arm, shoulder, or ankle. She told the rest of the locker room to stay away from her because she would tear them apart limb by limb. Cole said Baszler tied a record by eliminating 8 women from the Rumble last year. Duh. Isn't she the submission magician for a reason? Isn't she good in the ring for a reason? Do they not know that? Or forgotten about Shayna Baszler? A video package. Celebrate 30 years of Monday Night Raw was shown. Karrion Kross was shown backstage with Scarlett. He said he would be stepping into the ring next week with Rey Mysterio. Oh boy! I can't hardly wait to see Rey Mysterio get destroyed by Karrion Kross. That's going to be great. That's going to be one of Karrion Kross's biggest wins of his career. Because Rey Mysterio, we all know, it's not really going to do much or nothing to Karrion Kross. I mean, look at the size difference. Rey Mysterio's small. Karrion Kross is big. But Rey Mysterio has won against big men before. So, this is not his first match against a big man. But he will still ultimately get destroyed and defeated by Karrion Kross, unfortunately. This will be one of the biggest losses of Rey Mysterio's career. Meanwhile, this match will be the biggest win of Karrion Kross's career. It gets really amped up for a fight. Well, this time, not so much. Kross and Rey can't decide whether he wants to be a family man or the greatest of all time. Because you can't be both, Karrion Kross says. He then said that when he's done with Rey, he'll take out 29 other superstars in the Royal Rumble because that's his too. In the arena, Legado del Fantasma made their entrance. We got Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Wilde were accompanied by Santos Escobar and Selena Vega. Bet Selena Vega wished her husband was on WWE television, her husband, Malachi Black. Anyways, they faced the Maximum Male Models up next. Selena Vega joined on commentary. Maximum Male Models joined during the break. This is another team that nobody gives a fuck about. The Maximum Male Models. I love Maxine. Maxine's pretty. She's fun as hell. But Mansoor and Marseille, no. Nobody cares about. Nobody cares about Mansoor and Mansoor. Nobody cares. Banks cleared both Del Toro and Wilde from the ring early on. Seth gave them a little peep talk. They returned the favor, cleared the models. Both Del Toro and Wilde splashed the models on the floor, then returned to the ring. Mace pulled Mansoor into his corner, made a tag. Wilde used Mace as a springboard to land a DT on Mansoor. Mace was cleared to the door. Legado del Fantasma landed a double team running kick and side rushing leg sweep for the win. After the match, Roman Reigns addressed Sammy backstage. He told Sammy he's got a temper, and he puts people in place like Paul Heyman to advise that anger. And said he wasn't hearing him. He just wanted to be part of the team and feel communicated with. Sammy said exactly and said it meant the world to him to hear those words. Roman said sometimes he expects same loyalty and respect. That's what I expect sometimes in my family. That's what I expect from my friends and best friends. Even though I don't get respect for some of them. But anyways, he gives out in return. Sammy replied that they all love him. And he would always place the family above everything. Roman promised clear communication told Sammy to find the Usos and get the SUVs and the jet ready to go. He and Solo would go to the ring, sign his contract, and then they were getting out of there. Sammy said it was done. Heyman leaned over to Roman and thanked him after Sammy left the room. So this was another fairly nondescript tournament match. Now, Imperium versus Legado del Fantasma should be a lot of fun. The Monos are a comedy team that didn't really fit like they belonged in a tournament at all. Like I said, Maxine Dupree's great. Marseille and Messoir, no, not so great. Roman Reigns made his entrance with Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman. Adam Pearce stood in the ring. Kevin Owens appeared from nowhere and pulled Solo out of the ring. He then delivered a stunner to Roman Reigns. I think Kevin Owens pulling Solo Sikoa from out of the ring sets up the match between Kevin Owens and Solo Sikoa for next week, which it did. He then delivered a stunner to Roman Reigns. The Usos appeared from out of nowhere. They appeared from out of frame, as a matter of fact. And Owens super kicked both of them. He tossed Jimmy into the crowd, Jay into the ring steps. Owens then delivered a pop-up powerbomb to Reigns. That puts him through the table, obviously. Heyman screamed. Owens grabbed the contract from him and signed it. Sammy appeared on the apron, looked furious. Owens tossed the contract at him and then left through the crowd. The rest of the bloodline regrouped, and Owens stared at Sami Zayn, or should I say, Sami Zayn stared at Owens in the crowd. This was a very strong, incredible, fantastic closing segment. I had no problem with this. It got a great reaction from the live crowd. Sami seeing Kevin Owens. Sami seeing Kevin Owens was great, but also Sami being sent on an errand before everything went down was set up nicely. Owens having Roman Reigns' number continues to be an interesting story. They have one more week to really send this home. And I imagine we're going to see Sami Zayn front and center as the bloodline looks for revenge on Kevin Owens. Well, another thing I want to tell you guys about this contract signing is that from an overarching story perspective, Roman Reigns made a mistake of sending Sami Zayn away with the Usos. Also, Owens had such a connection with the audience that stuff like this, smart true to the performer himself, almost always hits. He brings intensity in situations like these. It helps to elevate them. But Roman Reigns made a mistake of sending Sami Zayn away with the Usos, meaning he endured the beating before they could rush back to the arena to pretty much make the save. How likely is he to take the blame after another instance of Owens getting one over on him? And when he inevitably does not, which happens when he takes his frustration out on Zayn. We have seen Zayn take the brunt of Tribal Chief's anger and mounting paranoia. Now, the question is, are we drawing to the moment that he stands up for himself and undergoes the most organic babyface turn in years? My answer is yes. It won't be after the Royal Rumble. It won't be during the Royal Rumble. It'll probably be in February. I think February is when Sami Zayn is going to be betrayed and it's going to be turned on by the bloodline. That's when Sami Zayn is going to turn babyface. And Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will be best friends again, only as babyface, not as heels this time. All signs would seemingly point to yes, which I said right before I even said it. And when it does happen, it will be absolutely glorious. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for your Friday Night Smackdown review. If you guys enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Also, go check out the other content, man. Let's get some likes on my Monday Night Raw and Dynamite review. Let's get the likes up on those. My SmackDown Rampage playlist will be on there today and tomorrow. If I don't get it done, if I don't put it on there today, I'll have it on my homepage tomorrow. So that way you guys can see all of my Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown, Rampage, and pay-per-view reviews. Have on your notifications. Turn on the notify me button so that way you won't miss any watch-along, review, or game stream that goes live each and every single week. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be taking a 5-minute break. Let's check out the live chats first before that. KP 1998 says, you think The Rock is coming back at the Rumble or nah? KP 1998, to answer your question, my answer is no. My answer is no, man. It would be one of the worst creative decisions ever to have The Rock show up at the Royal Rumble. I think the right decision is to have The Rock show up at WrestleMania 39 against Roman Reigns. The Rock should be at WrestleMania 39 and not the Royal Rumble. Enough said. Nothing more, nothing less. And I think the right decision is to have Roman Reigns, is to indeed have Roman Reigns defend both titles against Cody Rhodes, and have the Usos defend their WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Have Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns to become the WWE Undisputed not tag. Have Cody Rhodes to beat Roman Reigns to become both the WWE and Universal Champion. So in other words, when Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns, he'll become the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. And then have the Usos drop the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. That way, when the draft gets here, you can have Cody Rhodes pick which title he wants to keep and which title he doesn't want to keep. Same with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think that's the way to go about it. That's the way to go. That is the way to go, man. And that was a good fucking question. I'm glad that people are coming to my live chat asking me questions, good questions. I love good questions, man. I don't like stupid questions. But yeah, to answer your question, no. The Rock will not be at Royal Rumble. He shouldn't be, man. Guys, I did that on purpose, man. I did that to mess around. I'm talking about my intro thing that came up. I didn't mean to push that. I meant to push my overlay button to where I have my overlay popping up on the screen. But I think the right decision is to have Roman Reigns drop the title to Cody Rhodes, only for Cody Rhodes to beat Roman Reigns to become the WWE Undisputed Universal Champion, and then have the Usos lose both the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and then have Cody Rhodes choose one of the titles and have Sami Zayn and Owens choose one of the titles, which obviously Cody Rhodes is going to obviously choose the WWE Championship since he's on Monday Night Raw. But he may end up going to SmackDown with the Universal Championship. We don't know that yet until we get there. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, easy answer. They're going to pick the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. They're not going to pick the Raw Tag Team Championships. Why would they? Why would they? Why would they pick the Raw Tag Team Championships? Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are not Monday Night Raw talents. Well, Kevin Owens is a Monday Night Raw talent, but I think having Kevin Owens on SmackDown is great and is best for business. Just saying. SmackDown desperately needs men's star power in that division. And they're definitely going to need it when Roman Reigns leaves WWE. I don't think Roman Reigns is leaving. I think he's signing a full-time deal with WWE. I can't see him going to Hollywood. I just can't. I just can't. Anyways, guys, I will be right back. I'll be taking a 5-minute break here. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to put on some good tunes for you guys. I can even talk through my overlay, guys. See how cool that is? I can talk through my background as well. I can have my speaker covered up, and I can talk through that and the overlay. This is awesome. This is awesome, man. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll be here in about 5-6 minutes. Once I come back, it'll be time for your WWE and AEW Saturday afternoon news. I'm going to call it Saturday afternoon. I'm not going to call it Saturday evening because I was supposed to be live Saturday afternoon, but some stuff happened. And I got to uninstall all these games on here once I get done giving you guys your WWE and AEW Saturday news. So I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your WWE and AEW Saturday news. Don't worry about that noise. It's just something else just dropped back there. Kind of scared me a little bit, made my heart jump a little bit. Because I thought it was something big that dropped. Anyways, as always, we're going to start with your WWE Saturday news and then go over your AEW Saturday news. So Big E rolls out WWE Royal Rumble return. Yes, folks, I'm not joking. This is legit news. This is nothing fake at all. Made his in 2012, aligning himself Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee. Dolph Ziggler and AJ Lee. For those of you that know AJ Lee, she actually has blue-black hair now. Anyways, after a lackluster run as a singles star, Big E found immense success as a part of the New Day alongside Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Also, the trio went on to become one of the most accomplished, popular factions in the history of the company. After the WWE draft split up the New Day, The New Day's Big E went on to achieve the big dream by winning the WWE Championship for the first time in his career in September 2021. His connection with the audience, even as a singles competitor at the time, indicated a huge push for the talented star. Now, however, Big E has been out of action due to a severe neck injury he suffered on the March 11th, 2022 episode of Smackdown. Now, he revealed that his return would happen sometime after March during an interview with these Times. I don't know about you guys, but it says here, and I quote, "I have to get some more scans at the time, at the 1 year mark in March. Then we'll see how everything's looking, but we'll see from there. I was very fortunate, so I just want to make sure I'm making the best decision for myself. So we'll see in March." End quote. This rules out any speculation that Big E will return as a surprise entrant in an upcoming Royal Rumble match. He is really injured and still waiting for a checkup in March. We're hoping he gets good news when that doctor appointment rolls around. You know what I mean by appointment. That's what I mean. Doctor's appointment. So yeah, hopefully he gets good news when the doctor's appointment rolls around. And Big E is currently back home in Tampa to finish his recovery process. And his chances of making it to WrestleMania also looks bleak right now. So hopefully Big E will recover from a serious injury and will be back in the ring soon. Now, WWE released longtime staffer with close ties to Triple H. It happens to be Adam Hopkins, We know that already because I went over that news a few days ago on Adam Hopkins quitting. But this is by Dave Meltzer this time. Adam Hopkins served in WWE for the last 25 years and was liked by everyone backstage. Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, claimed that Adam worked closely with WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H during his leadership in NXT. I'm smiling because I was right. That's why. That's why I'm smiling. I have a right to smile when I'm right. Dave Meltzer further stated that Vince McMahon was the sole perpetrator in firing Adam Hopkins. Oh, you know he is. And you know he's the sole perpetrator of firing Stephanie Vendella, too. The decision came despite WWE CEO Nick Khan being responsible for hiring and firing executives. No shit. No shit, man. Of course, we knew that already. In theory, when it comes to hiring and firing of the executives, that was supposed to be domain of Nick Khan, it says here, and I quote, although both competitors, or should I say both coming, the same week that Vince McMahon returned to power, led to people believing differently. End quote. Vince McMahon's return has already brought significant change in various managerial areas of the company. Yeah, sure thing. Sure thing. Anyways, we'll have to wait and see if Vince decides to extend his clause and revamp the creative process of WWE currently under the regime of Triple H. I hope to God not. Please keep him away from regaining control of creative. Whatever you do. Whatever you do, please, 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 I beg you to keep him away from creative. Do not let him have access of, do not let him have control of creative. Please don't. Just don't. Just don't. Don't. Do you guys think firing Adam Hopkins was the right decision by WWE? I mean, I don't think it was the right decision to fire Adam Hopkins. He didn't do anything wrong. He's not one of the board of directors either. So, yeah, poor Adam Hopkins. Now he has to go find him another fucking job now. And same with Stephanie. They both have to go find with him. They both have to go find another fucking job because Vince McMahon made a decision to fire them. So it's almost like as soon as Vince McMahon returned to WWE, he fired them right off the bat. So I think he fired the three board of directors first before he fired Adam Hopkins and Stephanie. Daphne, but I think Stephanie Vendella and Adam Hopkins quit. They really, to be honest, they quit. I don't think they got fired. That's just me. Triple H makes a big decision regarding the future of the WWE Tag Team Championships. The Wrestling Observer Radio newsletter noted that Triple H made a big call about the tag team title situation. He decided that the belts should not be considered the same title, like Roman Reigns' status as Undisputed Universal Champion. I was going to say World Champion. No, I was going to say. The tag team titles are separate, so the Usos can drop either set by themselves. It says, and I quote, the idea right now on the tag team front is that there are two sets of belts. The Usos are champions, but the Raw and Smackdown belts are different. This is a new Paul Levesque move, and it does allow the Usos to lose one set of belts and keep the other. No, we do not need that. No, that would not make sense at all. That doesn't sound, right off the bat, I stopped right off the bat because as I read that, I realized no. I realized where they were going here. I realized the idea they're going for here. No. Now, that would be a terrible creative decision to have the Usos drop one of the titles to a Monday Night Raw tag team or a Smackdown tag team. No. No. Nobody wants to see the Usos drop one of the titles to a Monday Night Raw tag team like Judgment Day. Nobody wants to see Judgment Day versus the Usos. And not to mention, wow, I mean, let's be honest. Judgment Day versus the Usos makes no sense. I mean, they're both heels. You can't book a heel versus a heel tag team. Come on, man. What are these geeks online thinking, man? What are these geeks in the community thinking? Man, whoever came up with that decision to try to have the Usos drop the titles to Monday Night Raw's Judgment Day, you gotta be a complete idiot or something. Your head is gotta be in a swivel or something. Something's not right with it. Man, what a terrible opinion. What a terrible decision that would be. Having the Usos drop the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships to Judgment Day. No way. Even I would say no to that. No. No. The Usos need to be the Usos right now need to be the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championships. Put it this way, guys. I'm going to put it straight like this because I'm speaking facts right now. The Usos need to remain the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions until WrestleMania 39. I said it in the beginning of the review. When WrestleMania 39 gets here, that's when the Usos need to be dropping the titles to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Same with Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns needs to drop both the WWE and the Universal Championship to Cody Rhodes. After WrestleMania, when the draft comes up, have Cody Rhodes choose the Monday Night Raw Championship or the Smackdown Championship, whichever he's choosing. Either it's going to be the Universal Championship or the WWE Championship. It's more than likely going to be the WWE Championship that he chooses. I think instead of having a SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament, I think they should announce that a Universal Championship tournament will be after WrestleMania 39. After the draft, maybe. That would have been a better announcement than announcing a SmackDown Tag Team Championship tournament. You know what I mean? I think Cody Rhodes is going to choose the WWE Championship, and the Universal Championship is going to be sent over to SmackDown. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens is going to choose the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships are going to be sent to Monday Night Raw. I think that's how that's going to do. That's how that's going to happen. Don't have the Usos defending one of the tag team titles, and don't have Roman Reigns defending one of his titles either. At first, I thought Roman Reigns defending his WWE Championship would make sense, but no, I realize now that it doesn't. I realize what makes more sense is Roman Reigns defending both his titles against Cody Rhodes, only for him to drop those titles to Cody Rhodes, so Cody Rhodes can be the new WWE Undisputed Universal Champion. And having the Usos defend both titles and dropping them to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens makes sense too. We could 100% see Cody Rhodes as only WWE Champion and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens as SmackDown Tag Team Champions only by the end of the draft. So, or after the draft, either one of the two. It says here in quote from Wrestling Observer Radio, they continue to say, it was explained to me that the hope is it makes fans think it's more likely somebody beats them for one set of belts. End quote. No. I just explained what needs to happen. No, we don't need the Usos defending one of the titles. No, both titles need to be defended at WrestleMania 39, not the Royal Rumble. The Usos were never supposed to hold both titles for this long. Huh, that's what Wrestling Observer Radio says, but that's a damn lie. I know that. I know that's a damn lie. RK Bros at Randy Orton's injury gave WWE no chance to place both sets of titles. Bloodlines, resident twins, and it looks to me like we're never going to be getting the Randy Orton Matt Riddle feud because Matt Riddle is still suspended for his failed wellness policy. But Ringside News says we'll have to see what happens in the situation. Nothing is going to happen in the situation. The Usos are going to remain the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions. They are not defending those titles at the Royal Rumble. Those titles are being defended at WrestleMania 39. They're going to drop them to Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. So Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens can keep the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, and WWE can send the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships over to Monday Night Raw, and send the Universal Championship over to SmackDown and have Cody Rhodes keep the WWE Championship. I think that's the way to go about it, to be honest. After or by the end of the draft. I think after the draft, to be honest. Cody Rhodes will be the WWE Champion, drafted to Monday Night Raw, or actually stay on Monday Night Raw. He'll stay on Monday Night Raw as WWE Champion, and Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens will remain on SmackDown as SmackDown Tag Team Champions. That was that. This story I read, man, this is not an interesting story or situation. Bad situation. From the word go. Bad situation, especially with the road to WrestleMania kicking off at the Royal Rumble on January 28th. What is y'all's take on the story on Triple H making a big decision regarding future WWE Tag Team titles? Let me know in the live chats right now, please. WWE was apparently called out for burying Elias. Yes, they did bury Elias in this match against Omos. I don't blame the fans for calling out WWE for burying Elias. Very soon it's Omos. We already considered him buried. Right from the word go. Heck, he was even, matter of fact, he was buried ever since his return to WWE from injury. Or ever since his return from not being used on TV. Vince Russo talked about Elias' potential while also pointing out that WWE appears to be refusing to push him under Triple H after undergoing gimmick change. Elias worked as Ezekiel for the majority of last year. That was one of Elias' worst gimmicks ever. Or should I say, his only worst gimmick ever. I think his better gimmick is Elias, period. However, after taking over the creative team, Triple H quickly dropped the Ezekiel gimmick and brought back Elias on October the 17th. See, even Triple H didn't approve of the Ezekiel gimmick. See, even he thinks that the Ezekiel gimmick was complete, horrendous, despicable garbage. Vince Russo praised the 35-year-old star on Legion of Raw. He said that Elias has been a cool guy from day one. I was thinking day one-ish, but okay, what? The Usos don't have that gimmick no more. They have a bloodline gimmick. Russo stated that winning over the WWE Universe isn't too difficult. Here's here and I quote, Elias is a cool guy. Elias has been a cool guy from day one. They have never one single time tapped into Elias being a cool guy. And then they go on to say, they question this by saying, could it be that people writing for him are not cool? That's funny. Vince Russo is a comedian. I don't know, but he is another guy who should not be too difficult to get over. End quote. The former WWE writer also revealed that he was helping Elias come back to Raw before Elias' return. I wonder who that WWE writer was. Makes me wonder. Russo pitched a number of imaginative ideas for him. Matter of fact, let's find out who it's. We're gonna find out who it was. No, I'm not fucking skipping this shit. I want to find out who the writer is. Who was the writer? Who was the fucking writer, man? I want to know. Are they gonna show it here? Yeah. Nope, it doesn't say who the writer is. Well, we'll never know who the writer was for, we'll never know who the writer was that helped Elias come back to Raw. We'll never know who that writer was. Oh! Vince Russo. Vince Russo is a former WWE writer. It was Vince Russo, okay. All right. Whatever, man. I was thinking it was a new writer. Sheesh, man. Sheesh. Russo was anxious to help elevate Elias's status in WWE. My eyes is burning, sorry. Vince McMahon didn't appreciate his original ideas. Man, what a funny story this is, huh? Elias returned to Raw a few weeks ago and joined forces with the locker room to stop the bloodline. Man, Vince McMahon not liking Vince's ideas makes me wonder. All the more reasons as to why Vince Russo left WWE. Makes me wonder. Could his exit have to do with Vince McMahon all those years ago? Makes me wonder. He was defeated by Solo Sikoa in Street Fighter on Raw before failing to Omos on the most recent episode of Raw. Yeah, he was buried right there and then, man. In his match against Omos, he barely even did anything to Omos. That high knee barely did anything to Omos, man. Nothing. Had absolutely no effect at all. WWE dropped merchandise for The Rock before Royal Rumble. Uh-oh. Guys, you Rock fans might want to tune in for this one. If you're a Dwayne Johnson fan, I advise you to be on here for this one. According to Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio, it was reported that WWE releases new merchandise featuring The Rock is more related to Raw's 30th anniversary instead of the Royal Rumble. So, The Rock will likely duke it out with Roman Reigns. WrestleMania 39. It's gonna happen. However, that still depends on whether The Rock will feel he is physically ready to compete in the ring again. We'll have to see if The Rock will end up returning to WWE or not. I hope he does, man. It makes sense for him to come back for Roman Reigns, only for a match with Roman Reigns and nothing else. Nothing more, nothing less. Nick Khan believes Vince McMahon won't be back on WWE television right now. Yeah, right. I hope he doesn't, to be honest. Sounds like Nick Khan is covering up for Vince McMahon when he says that. That's what that sounds like. The WWE 2K23 cover and release date is seemingly revealed. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Interesting development here. Interesting news here. WWE 2K23 was officially confirmed, with the game being listed for a release in Fiscal 2023. Many fans are expecting big things from WWE 2K23 due to the immense success of 2K22. Oh my. You guys hear that? Interesting, isn't it? Very, very interesting. Okay, I gotta change the music. This is not getting it. WWE 2K has not made many official announcements regarding the upcoming release. However, it is reported that the game will be released on January the 28th. Whoa! Whoa! Excuse me? Say what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Did they really say that? Did they really say that? Oh my God. Isn't this absolutely glorious? They said, I'm going to repeat it again, folks. They said it is reported that the game will be revealed on January the 28th. Whoa! That sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Yo, Jimmy, what the fuck you looking at, man? You got a problem? You got a problem with me, man? You got a problem that the game's coming out? Deal with it. My God, man. Jimmy's all staring at me like this. Just before the Royal Rumble pay-per-view event. If you got a problem with the game, why don't you go to 2K developers? You fucking geek. Microsoft store data miner Lumino has revealed that now deleted tweets that a cross-gen edition of the game will be released for Xbox consoles on March the 17th. Oh, that's a complete... Please tell me I'm not the only one that's thinking that that's a complete letdown. An image of John Cena could be seen as the cover art after rumors that he will be featured in the upcoming game's 2K showcase. Wait, John Cena is going to be on the cover art again? God, do you know how many times John Cena has been on the cover arts already? Like 3-4 times already. They could have easily put the bloodlines. They could have easily put the bloodlines Tribal Chief Roman Reigns on the cover. They could have put Roman Reigns and all of his members of the bloodline on the cover. I want to see Roman Reigns and all the members of the bloodline on the cover. Not John Cena. I want to see all the bloodline members. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see on the cover. I want to see the bloodline make the cover. Make the cover art for the game. Man, don't get me wrong. John Cena's the greatest of all time. We've already seen John cover art. We need somebody different on there. Anyways, attendees of the event will have the opportunity to play the game firsthand. The information will be provided about the game's showcase mode. Ringside News will have more information on that. And I will get more information on that from them when it's available. Ringside News says they'll have to see when the game will release this year. It said that the game will be revealed on January the 28th. That's what it says. So, in other words, the game will be released on Xbox and PS4, PS5 on March the 27th, I'm guessing. Or March the 17th, I'm guessing. Sorry, not 27th. 17th. No, I'm just excited that the game will be reviewed because it'll be worked on. Hopefully, we don't get no garbage on there. I hope. I hope it's a legit game and not a game that nobody will have their interest or their time in playing. Nobody's going to invest their time in playing this game if it's complete garbage and it has glitches and bugs on it. Okay? Telling you that right now. I'm telling you that right now while you guys are ahead. Now, before SmackDown, before the day SmackDown was supposed to air, the venue for this week's SmackDown was evacuated. It was evacuated on Thursday night. Now, it says that WWE will be presenting yet another episode of Friday Night SmackDown. It said, which we already got it, which was last night. So, it was unknown what caused the gas leak incident at the Little Caesars Arena, but the Detroit Fire Department, along with a hazmat specialist and medical personnel, were able to respond quickly and contain the situation. I wonder if Vince McMahon was the one behind it, because he saw the news that the fire and police department systems were possibly going to sue him to keep him from regaining access to creative control and keep him from being the shareholder of the board of directors and potential sale of the company. That could be a reason why Vince McMahon did it. I'm not saying he didn't, but it's a possibility that Vince McMahon could have been the one that did it. He could have had something to do with the gas leaking. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. James Harris of the Detroit Fire Department stated that the venue appropriate action, that problem will be resolved soon. The presence of WWE production workers at the time of the incident is also uncertain, as they were preparing for that night's show. The show took place as planned. That is all that mattered. SmackDown was not really all that good. I mean, the best matches coming out of the best things coming out of the show was the Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens contract signing, and the match between Imperium and the Brawling Brutes. Those were the best things. Those were the only best things on this week's episode of SmackDown. And the Viking Raiders versus the Banger Bros. Those were the three best things on SmackDown, easily. Viking Raiders versus the Banger Bros, Imperium versus the Brawling Brutes, and the Roman Reigns, Kevin Owens contract sign. That's pretty much it. Especially the contract signing. That was the main thing. That was the best thing on the show. I just thought I gave y'all that news on that because it stood out to me. Like, it shocked me to see that news. The SmackDown or whatever leaked every now and then. You don't usually hear news like that. You really don't. Nobody wants to hear about Road Dogg saying that CM Punk's WWE return is possible. No, it's not. Okay, it's not happening. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm shutting it down. It's not happening. WWE went through yet another round of firings. Oh, great! It's probably the same ones that I've already went over the news on. More than likely. See, after I read this. Now, Vince McMahon's return to WWE confirmed that the company is up for sale. No, it's not. It was debunked. Inside News also exclusively reported Adam Hopkins might have been fired to get his severance package out the way this quarter. But yet, this week, it said Adam Hopkins quit WWE. Now they're saying he got fired. What the heck, man? Either he got fired or he quit. Make up your freaking minds. My goodness. Here we go with these journalists and these podcasters, these freaking news writers, mixing the news up. One news comes out saying that Adam Hopkins quit. Then the next news comes out saying Adam Hopkins got fired. Which is it, damn it? Ringside News also exclusively reported that, yeah, Adam Hopkins might have been fired. No. I ain't even going to go there, man. Forget it. I don't know why they always got to confuse us with all this fucking news, man. I don't get it. Showdown of Fightful has reported that WWE is going through another round of cost-cutting measures by firing staff. Those cuts will be for the offices. Well, no joke. Doesn't surprise me. It's happened before. You know it's going to happen again. Well, you never know how far-reaching they might be in the end. WWE has confirmed to Fightful Select, it says, and I quote, that they're doing office cuts right now. I think they're doing office cuts because Vince McMahon is there. If Vince McMahon wasn't there, they wouldn't be doing office cuts right now, now would they? No! Probably there's something suspicious going on in the WWE, and I think Vince McMahon is behind it all, too. They can only hope that anyone who WWE might fire in the near future will land on their feet. Losing a job is never a good thing, especially when there is so much uncertainty in the world. And negativity, too. What's your take on this firing situation? Well, I guess we now know why the Firefly Funhouse segment happened on Down. Because it said it was a possible spoiler under his plan for Bray Wyatt's Fire Funhouse. So I guess this was the plan according to Showdown. It said here, and I quote, Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy's materials were sent to Smackdown last night, which has been happening whether they're on the show or not, which they were. Firefly Funhouse staff, or stuff. No, I wasn't going to say stupid. Get your minds out of it. I wasn't going to say that. Firefly Funhouse stuff was also sent in. I'm talking about the negative people that always think negative. Get your minds out of it. That's no guarantee they'll be on the show either. End quote. Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy certainly have an interesting situation going on. Yeah, I bet they do. I'm willing to bet they're going to reveal Uncle Howdy's identity at the Royal Rumble. You know it's going to happen. Anyways, we'll have to see what goes down on Smackdown. That's what it said before Smackdown actually happened last night. Obviously, there were 3 best things on it. I'm not going to repeat it again because I already gave you guys 3 best things on SmackDown. There are a lot of possibilities, it said. Next week is the Go Home Show episode before the Royal Rumble. Duh. We know that already. That's what Ringside News says, not me. WWE is leaning toward non-traditional Royal Rumble surprises. Oh, really? Oh, really? I love to know what those surprises are. Hopefully it's the young talent from NXT and not the old Hall of Famers and Divas. Not the Divas from the Johnny Laurinaitis era. No. Royal Rumble is one of the more interesting contests WWE has to offer. Of course it is. It is so unpredictable anything can happen, says Ringside News. It makes it difficult to predict the winner. That doesn't stop fans from trying, though. Every year, fans, critics, and former WWE superstars all try to predict who will win the Royal Rumble match and head to the main event WrestleMania. I can tell you the person that's winning the men's Royal Rumble, that person is Cody Rhodes, and I can tell you the person who's winning the women's Royal Rumble, Rhea Ripley. The men's Royal Rumble winner for 2023 will be Cody Rhodes. Women's Royal Rumble winner for 2023 will be Rhea Ripley, whether people like it or not. Yeah, there is a possible. Well, you know what? There was news on the possible Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn match for WrestleMania 39, but that's not going to happen. I know that's where you're going. Big T. I know exactly where you're going with that comment. No, they're not going to book Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn for either SmackDown episode. It's not going to happen. The Royal Rumble match is also known for its fair share of surprise debuts and returns, like AJ Styles' debut in 2016. Fans also try to speculate who could show up as a surprise entrant. A surprise entrant, you say? Fightful Select reports that while several WWE veterans have contacted WWE about making a Royal Rumble appearance, WWE are trying to lean towards basically what they call non-traditional surprises instead. This is similar to last year when WWE tried to lean out of NXT names appearing in the Royal Rumble. It was also reported that Ronda Rousey wasn't planned for the Royal Rumble premium live event at the time she lost her title, despite being scheduled for the show as late as December. Who cares? I mean, nobody gives a hula about Ronda Rousey. Nobody wants Ronda Rousey. Okay, I'm just gonna clear the air for you guys. Nobody wants Ronda Rousey there. Nobody gives about Ronda Rousey. Nobody cares. WWE is very confident with the new hires and call-ups and how it would play into the Royal Rumble match. WWE, it says, and I quote, had some of their seats of meetings to discuss the upcoming Royal Rumble match. Fightful Select has learned that while that thing said. Anyways, Fightful Select has learned that while several veterans have contacted WWE about making Royal Rumble appearances, WWE was said to have been leaning out of that in some cases in favor of what they call non-traditional surprises. Unsure of what that meant, creative producers were soliciting pitches for such a thing. Last year, WWE were adamant in leaning out of NXT names appearing in the Royal Rumble match. In addition, we're told, says Fightful, that as of last week, Ronda Rousey actually wasn't planned for the Royal Rumble pay-per-view at the time she lost the title, which can clearly change until December. Oh, great! They said it could change until December. Oh, no. That is not exciting at all. Rousey was scheduled for the show in a singles match. In addition, we were told, says Fightful Select, Fightful Select was told, that WWE was very confident in their women's roster, as is with the hires and call-ups over the last year. Can't say that when Vince is there, though, can you? How it would play into the Royal Rumble match, last year, WWE had to call in numerous veterans because mass releases led them with a depleted roster because of Vince McMahon and Bruce and their stupid administration. Yeah, no shit. Jason Cade has also been brought in to help with the Royal Rumble. And TJ Wilson will be on hand. Don't know who that is. Don't ask me. Oh, actually, I do know who that is. It's Tyson Kidd. Last year, Wilson, Tyson Kidd, wasn't around, and WWE had to bring in Fit Finlay to help for Fightful Select. I'm guessing that's Finlay from WWE versus Smackdown 2020 or 2006 video game. Finlay from the Attitude Era. WWE's decision to steer away from non-traditional surprises makes things even more interesting. And Fit Finlay, what I mean by Fit Finlay, I'm talking about the Finlay that went up against JBL, that Finlay. They could be talking about that Finlay. They could be mentioning that Finlay, man. Anyways, moreover, so this is a Triple H Royal Rumble. So it's going to have Triple H's hands all over it, the Royal Rumble 2023 pay-per-view is. It's Triple H's first Royal Rumble show, which means he is going to try his best to put his spin on it. I guess despite Vince McMahon still being there, he needs to stop stressing, man, and just do what he has to do. Don't worry about Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon has already got a lot of things going on with him. He's already in a lot of trouble anyway. He's got allegations, lawsuits going up against him. He's getting sued by the fire and police department systems. If he hasn't already been sued yet, I hope he is sued. Get the fuck out. Nobody wants you there. You know why nobody wants you there. You know that. You know why. What is y'all's take on this story? Let me know. This is even more hilarious. WWE confirms the Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan's television return. Nobody wants to see Hulk Hogan back on TV, man. Oh man, you love to not see news like that. I got some news on what's booked for next week's SmackDown. I'm not going over that news on Hulk Hogan. I don't care about that news whatsoever. I'm leaving that to someone else who will. I'm not going over that. No. Leave that to the professional. Leave that to someone who will go over that news on confirming Hulk Hogan's return. I hope that person shits on it too. Next, Imperium, Ludwig Kaiser, and Giovanni Vinci will take on Legado del Fantasma, Joaquin Wild, and Cruz del Toro in the second semifinals of the tournament. Imperium won their match against the Brawling Brutes. Fantasma, on the other hand, picked up the win against the Maximum Male Models. The Maximum Male Models weren't going into this match as winners anyway, to begin with. Instead, they went into this match as losers. Good for them. Fantasma deserved this win. This faction deserved the win, man. Fantasma were more built up on the main roster than the Maximum Male. Maximum Male Models were never built up. Anyways, Karen Cross will finally get a one-on-one match with Rey Mysterio as well. Cross cuts a promo last night on SmackDown where he stated that it was brought to his attention by Scarlett that he'll be stepping in the ring as El Rey, the former NXT champion, declared for the Royal Rumble as well. So we got the Banger Bros versus excuse me. Dagger Bros versus Bro. And then we got Imperium versus Legado del Fantasma. And then Rey Mysterio versus Karrion Kross with Scarlett. Those are the matches booked for next week's episode of Smackdown. What's y'all's take on this story? Sound off in the comments. All righty. Lita set for Monday Night Raw return. Now, I'm pretty sure some of you guys are not happy about that. I mean, you have the right to not be, and you have the right to be. But PW Insider has reported that the WWE Hall of Famer, Lita, will be on the 30th anniversary edition of Monday Night Raw as well. According to a report, Lita is to be filming material for A&E next week. It says here, and I quote, WWE Hall of Famer Lita will be at this Monday's Raw 30th. PWInsider.com has confirmed. They were also told that she is scheduled to be filming material for A&E next week. And I quote, former multi-time WWE champion and Hall of Famer Hulk Hogan will be on the grand show as well. The Hulkster's appearance was confirmed by WWE via a release earlier in the day. Man, good thing I didn't go over the news on WWE confirming Hulk Hogan's return to television. It would have been the same. It would have been the same thing. I would have been saying the same thing if I did. The 30th anniversary of Raw will also serve as the go-home show before the upcoming Royal Rumble Premium event. I just seen somebody on TV that looked just like John Cena, and I'm not joking. So this is the updated card for the show. It has the Usos versus the Judgment Day. I don't understand why. Why do we need this match? Why? This is not a match you book for type of shows like this. This match doesn't even make sense. They're heels. They're a heel tag team. Both tag teams are. Why would you book a heel tag team versus a heel tag team? That makes no sense at all. Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley. That's going to be one of the best matches on the show, believe it or not. Bayley versus Becky Lynch. That's going to be another one of the best matches on the show. So that's going to be two best matches on the show, basically. So then we have the Bloodlines acknowledgement ceremony for Roman Reigns. That's going to be three best things on the show. And then we got WWE Legends set to appear. That's not going to be the best thing on the show. The only three best things on the show is going to be Austin Theory versus Bobby Lashley, Bayley versus Becky Lynch, and you know the Bloodlines acknowledgement ceremony for Roman Reigns is. So that's going to be it. I can see those being the only three things on the show. I can't see anything else being the best thing on the show. I just can't. I'm sorry, man. I just can't. If you don't think otherwise, you don't think those are the best things on the show, then I'm going to have to ask you to get on my chat, man. I'm sorry. I just don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it, man. I don't. So we got a high-profile NXT signee making live event debut. You're never going to guess who this signee was. The high-profile superstar has been a top attraction for New Japan Pro Wrestling between 2018 and 2022. Carl Fredericks also won the coveted Young Lion Cup in 2019, cited as one of his biggest accomplishments in the company. Like one of his biggest accomplishments of his entire career. Never mind the company. However, as Carl Fredericks was on his way to ascending to the top of New Japan Pro Wrestling, the pandemic seemingly derailed his plans, with his contract ending in August of 2022. Fredericks instead decided to move on and not renew it. Carl Fredericks was spotted at the WWE Performance Center in September last year. The news of his signing did not come to light until early this month. All the speculations came to an end as Fredericks finally arrived in the WWE landscape. Carl Fredericks, sporting a look that was different from his New Japan Pro Wrestling days, made his debut at a recent NXT live event, confronting Exam at the show that took place in Fort Pierce. I wish they would change his name back to A-Kid. Really. The 32-year-old superstar's debut looked like an impactful one. However, I have to wait and see what Carl Fredericks will bring to the table for WWE with his in-ring skill and talent that made him a star in Japan. I don't know much about him, so if I did, I would explain it to you guys. You know me by now, man. WWE has not discussed The Rock for WrestleMania in a non-wrestling role, says Ringside News. They did report it earlier in December. Ringside News did that WWE Creative was pitching alternative ideas for Roman Reigns in case The Rock can't make it. Turns out that The Rock cannot make it, they said. They were exclusively reported 1 month later that WWE has their WrestleMania card altogether. Ringside News was told by a tenured member of the creative team that The Rock won't be in shape for a match with Roman Reigns by WrestleMania. Oh my God. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good. That doesn't sound good, man. I was hoping for a Rock versus Roman Reigns. Well, I guess we're not getting it. Doesn't sound good at all. I got a feeling that WWE is going to mess this whole thing up. I just got that feeling. I don't know why, I just do. They were told that The Rock can still appear on the show. That being said, no ideas have been pitched for The Rock in a non-wrestling capacity. Knowing Vince McMahon, he may mess the whole thing up, man. Vince McMahon's still working under the shadows, man. He's there. It says here, the question says here, and I quote, can The Rock appear on the show? Yes, nothing determined or discussed yet, but in-ring shape for a match with Roman Reigns can't happen by then. The Rock has not 100% ruled out showing up at WrestleMania, but he will not be wrestling, it says. This might boom some fans out, especially those who were counting on The Rock versus Roman Reigns. He apparently doesn't have enough time to get ready for a match. Wow. He doesn't have enough time to get ready for a match? What? Really? Is it because of his acting schedule, like John Cena? Maybe. WrestleMania 39 will go down in Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium, on April the 1st and 2nd. Only time will tell who shows up at the event, because the thought of WrestleMania going Hollywood will certainly bring out some A-list names. Well, if The Rock doesn't show up, then it needs to be Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Undisputed Championship. Have Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns to become the new WWE Universal Championship. Have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens beat the Usos to become the new WWE Undisputed Tag Team Championship. And then, a draft rolls around. Have Cody Rhodes choose the WWE Championship. Have the Universal Championship go to Smackdown. And have Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn choose the SmackDown Tag Team Championships and have the Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championships go to Monday Night Raw. And right there, then you can have the Universal Championship Tournament or a Tag Team Championship Tournament or whatever you want to go with. I think it would be best for them to have a Universal Championship Tournament and a Monday Night Raw Tag Team Championship Tournament. That way you can crown a new Monday Night Raw Tag Team Champion and a Universal Champion. There you go. There you go. WWE has a lot of plans for WrestleMania. We can't wait to tell you all about it, says Ringside News. What's y'all's take on The Rock missing another WrestleMania? Let me know. Tensions arise that John Cena felt unsettled by certain WWE performers. This is another interesting news article that I want to go over with you guys about. During a Cafe Ready episode, a fan asked Renee Dupree, no relation to Max Dupree, no. Asked Renee Dupree if Cena was threatened by superstars who resembled him. And he's definitely not resembled to Maxine Dupree. No relations to her anyway. I'm talking about Renee Dupree. Such as Chris Masters and Alex Riley. The former World Tag Team Champion declared that the Cena Nation leader indeed felt so. Says here, and I quote, very much so, yeah. The Americans with muscular physique and tall and good looking, yep, 100%, end quote. When John Cena debuted on the main roster, Triple H was one of the company's top stars. Several times over the next few years, the two shared the ring, including a match for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 22. Renee Dupree mentioned in a previous episode of Cafe de Rainy that the game disliked Cena and was jealous of him. Says here, and I quote, the story goes that Cena was on the chopping block, right? But didn't see that at all. I think that might be BS. Just to make his story like, because I saw the interaction when I first got there with Cena and Vince. I don't think he was going, but I know Hunter didn't like him. Hunter was jealous of him. That's what it was. End quote. As previously reported, John Cena recently took his a photo of Logan Paul with his brother Jake Paul, seemingly teasing his WrestleMania 39 plans. Ringside News was reported that Vince McMahon granted Cena full permission to do so with WWE as much as he could after his retirement. Even after his retirement. It is worth noting that he notified Cena of this prior to taking full control of WWE. Since McMahon's arrival and Stephanie McMahon's resignation, there has been a lot going on in the WWE. No joke. You gotta love hearing that, right? Something we already know. What is y'all's thoughts on that story? Let me know. All right. So, I don't know if y'all knew this yet, but there's some likely spoilers for every match at the WWE Royal Rumble this year. My stomach. What's wrong with my stomach? Just in case you needed the refresher. A symbol represents the most likely to win. Wait, hold on. The minus symbol The minus symbol, guys, just in case you need the refresher, the minus symbol represents the most likely to win, and the underdogs have the plus symbol next to their name. If you're laying money on the matches, that number next to the symbol represents the amount of money one would need to risk to win $100. The number represents the amount of money you would win if you risk $100 for underdogs. So that's 23 men's Royal Rumble winner. Cody Rhodes minus 160. Sami Zayn plus 200. Seth Rollins plus 800. Kevin Owens plus 1600. Drew McIntyre 2000. The 2023 Women's Royal Rumble match winner, Rhea Ripley plus 100. Becky Lynch plus 250. Charlotte Flair plus 400. Bayley plus 500. Alexa Bliss plus 800. And then the pitch black match winner, Royal Rumble, Bray Wyatt minus 200. LA Knight plus 700. WWE Raw Women's Championship match winners, Bianca Belair minus 1,000. Alexa Bliss plus 500. Universal Championship match, Roman Reigns minus 200. Kevin Owens plus 700. So, Cody Rhodes is the winner going into the men's Royal Rumble match. Rhea Ripley is the winner going into the women's Royal Rumble match. As I predicted that it makes sense to have Cody Rhodes win the men's Royal Rumble match, and also predicted that it makes sense to have Rhea Ripley win the women's Royal Rumble match. Bray Wyatt is the winner going into the pitch black match. Bianca Belair will be the winner. It's slated to be the winner, according to Ringside News, going into the Raw Championship match. The Undisputed Universal Championship match winner will be Roman Reigns. So, I have to see how the Royal Rumble events go down on January 28th. That's May 39 just around the corner, and it should be quite the pay-per-view, I should say. Maybe. But the Royal Rumble event kicking off those stories that will take place on the greatest stage of them all. What's y'all's take on this story? Jay Briscoe's daughter's recovery is progressing after tragic car accident. That is good to hear. Fight for W, or should I say F4W, online reports that a representative, nonprofit who is working with Jay Briscoe's family, said that his daughter's Gracie is now feeling in her, has feeling in her lower leg. Okay, I'll read this to you guys again, just in case you didn't understand. F4W Online reports that a representative for a non-profit who is working with Jay Briscoe's family said that his daughter, Gracie, now has feeling in her lower legs. Says here, and I quote, the news was relayed through two representatives of a local nonprofit that is working with the family during this time. The video of which can be seen below after what was described as a tough night with some tingling, itching in her lower legs. Gracie Jay Briscoe's 12-year-old daughter regained feeling in her lower extremities after not having any feeling below the thighs a day prior. It's not that Gracie was able to make small movements in her lower extremities on Friday. And now she's able to get in and out of a wheelchair and into bed. It seems that she is recuperating, and Gracie is also off her fourth delivering medicine. Or, in other words, her fourth delivering medication. Now, Jay Briscoe's 9-year-old daughter, JJ, will get her feeding tube taken out on Saturday. Then she can begin eating regular food again. She was also fitted for her back brace on Friday. Now, this is a very sad time for everyone involved. So my thoughts are still with the Jay Briscoe's family and everyone else connected to this tragedy and this situation. Jay Briscoe, as you all know, sadly passed away in an unthinkable tragedy. But his daughters are making good progress towards a recovery, which is good news. Very, very good news. And I'm pretty sure it's very good news to the pro wrestling world and to the family of Jay Briscoe. The Jay Briscoe family was capped off and closed after hitting 200K. But it is now open again. Fans and loved ones have donated over 250K at this point. So, good to hear the daughters are doing okay. That's the most important thing. Ronda Rousey is not planned for WWE Royal Rumble. We already went over that. I'm not going to worry about it. Smackdown viewership drops to an all-time low. I wonder why. Does that have to do with Hit Row and how terrible they are in the ring? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe because Vince is there. Oh, maybe because Vince McMahon is there now. Seems like every time Vince is not there, the stock viewership ratings go up, but when Vince is there, it goes down. Very suspicious there. Very strange. Oh, sorry guys. Anyways, I'm gonna read it again. My webcam went out for some reason. Ren Jones was the identity of LA Knight's opponent. Now, I said, while the was off and I didn't realize it, Ren Jones appeared as a security guard on Smackdown in 2022 during the Liv Morgan, Tegan Knox versus Io Sky and Dakota Kai match. That was live on Smackdown, by the way. Ren and Connor Braxton escorted the hooded stagehand, which happened to be Xia Li, away. In addition to his work in WWE, he has appeared on AEW Dark, regularly wrestles for AAW Clash Wrestling and other indie promotions. In other news, tension between Knight and Wyatt reached its boiling point. LA Knight proposed a match, settled their differences. Wyatt accepted the challenge, but promised he won't go easy on Knight in a pitch black match at the Royal Rumble Premium Live event. Only time will tell what happens with that match. Only time will tell, man. I don't think I have any other WWE news to go over. Yep, that's the last one, guys. We're going to go ahead and move on to your AEW news now. Your AEW Saturday news. We're going to start with news on Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy reveals what his brother Jeff Hardy messaged him about Jay Briscoe's passing. While speaking on the latest edition of the Extreme Life of Matt Hardy revealed what text message brother Jeff Hardy sent him regarding Jay Briscoe's unfortunate passing. It says here, and I quote, "One of the first texts I saw whenever I woke up from napping and heard this just awful news was from Jeff. He just said, 'Hey, I don't know if you heard about Jay Briscoe. I hope you're getting to where you're going tonight safely. I love you. I hope you're good. It's very important to tell people that you love them, because you never know when your last day can be.'" That's the exact same thing I say. End quote. The Young Bucks also donated $20,000 to Jay Briscoe's donation page. The wrestling community is grappling with the devastating news of Jay Briscoe's passing. They still are. I don't think nobody's going to let that go yet. According to Dave Meltzer, in the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Colt Cabana is working as a backstage producer for a while now. He's been working for a backstage producer for a while now. It says here, and I quote, "Colt Cabana has been back working as a backstage producer and was also on BTE this past week. He was in a skit where he was in the background as Alex Reynolds and John Silver and Evil Uno working on recruiting somebody into the Dark Order. They talked about wanting somebody 6 foot or 6'1", dark hair, good wrestler, and college educated, and have a history with, while Colt Cabana was in the background thinking he was getting back into the group. Then they worked toward him and right past him, and around the corner was John Hennigan, who they recruited with the idea his name would be Johnny Dark Order. End quote. We'll have to wait to see whether Colt Cabana will even make his return to AEW television somewhere down the line. He could always appear during the next Ring of Honor show by the looks of it. That may not be happening anytime soon because he seems happy with his new backstage responsibilities. That's what Ringside News says. Tony Khan admits Sting is looking towards retirement. He's looking towards in-ring retirement. While Tony Khan is not quite ready to disclose the time when Sting throws in the towel, he does not want AEW fans to know that seeing the icon in action is truly a. During a recent appearance on the In the Leak podcast, Khan told Baby Huey that even though Sting may be considering retirement, his love for wrestling is at an all-time high. Says here, and I quote, I talked to Sting and what is somebody who has been such a huge boost to AEW since he arrived. Sting debuted a little over 2 years ago at the first Winter is Coming event in AEW. I catch up with him pretty frequently on a regular basis. I have to say, Sting's motivation for pro wrestling is as high as it's been. He loves what he's doing. I do think he's starting to think about what retirement will look like. But he's also not slowing down at all in the present. So I'm not ready to say exactly what Sting is going to hang it up. But I do know every time we get to see Sting go out in AEW, it's very special. End quote. So that is what he said. On January the 23rd, 2023, Sting will take the stage at the Great Buddha Final Bye-Bye event presented by Pro Wrestling Noah in the Yokohama Arena in Yokohama, Japan, where he and Darby Allin will team up with the Great Buddha in his last bout before retiring. While we don't know when Sting's time in the ring would come to an end, we do know who will be at Sting's side when it happens. Sting has previously stated that he would be steering clear of singles matches, preferring to fight alongside Darby Allin till his retirement. Long-time allies break up on AEW Rampage. The segment was originally taped after the January 18th, 2023 edition of Dynamite and was covered as a spoiler. Kingston came to the ring with a chair in his hand. Ortiz questioned his friend's antics. Ortiz told Kingston their mentor, Homicide, would be very disappointed with Kingston, noting that the Mad King was nothing but a fake. You're a coward, you're a tough guy, says Ortiz. The insult prompted Kingston to hit Ortiz with a steel chair in the abdomen, followed by another shot to the back. Kingston walked out of the ring after the assault, with the commentary team noting that House Black had finally done their bidding. The segment was originally taped after January 18, 2023 edition of Dynamite. I've already repeated it, even though I read it again anyway. Has TNT title match and more to next week's Dynamite. Sorry, man, I had to go on. I'm tired. Ethan Page, Matt Hardy will team up, take on Jungle Boy, and Hook next week on Dynamite. I don't know who wants to see that. I don't think anybody wants to see that match. Hardy inadvertently cost Page the match against Jack Perry this week on Rampage. Lotharios will defend his TNT Championship against Buddy Matthews in an open challenge. That's going to be one of the best matches on the show. Darby successfully defended his title against Dave Union Kushida this past Wednesday on Dynamite. Tony Storm. Tony! Ruby Soho and Dr. Britt Baker will collide in a triple threat match as well. Why are they colliding in a triple threat match? Must I ask? Why are we booking a triple threat match in the women's division for the Dynamite next week? I gotta wonder. I gotta ask. Why? Storm sneaked up a win against Willow Nightingale this past Wednesday on Dynamite. Storm and Saraya attacked Willow after the match, turning heel in the process. Oh, so that gives you the reason to book a triple threat match. What if I tell you that Britt Baker and Rico wasn't involved in this feud? So why are we adding Britt Baker to this match if she wasn't in the feud? She wasn't involved in the feud. I don't understand that logic. I don't understand that logic. Even though the triple threat match is going to be good, it just stood out to me that they had a Britt Baker to the triple threat match. Never even explained why. Not saying that she shouldn't be in it. It's just they randomly added her without explaining why, man. That's the point. The upcoming edition of Wednesday, it will feature a singles match between Danielson and Brian Cage. So those matches I went over, all the matches that's going to be taking place on next week's episode of Dynamite. Then the Acclaim and Gun Therapy will be on the show too. I don't know who's going to be interested in that, but certainly not. The only thing I'm going to be interested in coming out of Dynamite is these matches, and that's it. Good in segments too, if we get good segments. Former AEW World Heavyweight Champion Thunder Rosa suffered a back injury, has been out of action since August 2022. She revealed that she will be back on the road with AEW soon during an interview with Busted Open Radio. It says here, and I quote, "Since we're talking about AEW, I'm probably going to be coming back on the road pretty soon, not to wrestle, but we're going to be out at AEW and showing face and being around all this stuff. It's going to be nice to be around everyone and see how things unfold." End quote. Thunder Rosa made her debut for AEW on an August 22nd, 2020 episode of Dynamite, where she laid a title match challenge to them AEW Women's World Champion, or should I say to them AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru. Rosa's debut itself showed signs that she had arrived to rise to the top. The 30-year-old wrestler, a great start with AEW, battling the likes of Serena Deeb, Jamie Hayter, and Rubio. However, Thunder Rosa's most notable program came with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, over the AEW Women's World title. The role model and the former MMA fighter had some of the greatest women's matches in professional wrestling. But it was finally at the St. Patrick's Day Slam edition of Dynamite in March 2022 that Thunder Rosa finally dethroned Britt Baker to capture the Women's Championship. Although it is still unclear when Thunder Rosa plans to compete in the ring next, her comments surely indicate that she could return to the road in a non-wrestling role. This could maintain her presence on the AEW program until she is finally healthy and ready to go. Thunder Rosa could return as the third member of Paige and Toni Storm's faction. There's a possibility that could happen. So be on the lookout for that. I don't think Sasha Banks is showing up in AEW this year. I think Thunder Rosa comes back as the third member of Saraya and Toni Storm. Because you know, Thunder Rosa used to be in WWE too at one point, so I can see Thunder Rosa being a part of Saraya and Toni Storm's faction or whatever. Well, folks, that's going to do it for your AEW news. That's going to do it. That's going to be it. That's all I have for you guys. So, if you guys enjoy me giving you guys your AEW and WWE Saturday news, hit the thumbs up. If you enjoyed my Smackdown review, hit the thumbs up as well. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new. We're on the road to 600. Currently have 556 subscribers. We can get to 600 subscribers. Maybe I can stream a new game, a game that y'all haven't seen streamed before. Make sure you go check out all the other content. I'm getting ready to change the time on my game stream that I have scheduled. I didn't get time or all the other 3 games because I fell asleep. I will stream Godzilla, Power Rangers, and Neo Monsters Thursday or Sunday morning. I'll be on Sunday morning, so early Sunday morning. I'm talking 1 o'clock a.m., 2 o'clock a.m. in the morning. I will still be on. By then, I should be streaming Godzilla first before I stream Power Rangers or Neo Monsters. So, my game stream will be live at either 9 o'clock or 9:30 p.m. I may schedule it to 9:30 p.m. because I have to let all my games install right back into my laptop again. Because remember, I told you guys earlier in the beginning that somehow the laptop reset by itself, reset all my accounts on it by itself. I don't know why it did that. That was a stupid move by that laptop to do that. And I'm going to have to essentially go to my other one and see if it's doing the same thing on my other one. If it is, then I'll know. Then I know that something's going on. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the live chat for your game stream tonight. We'll be streaming a whole bunch of games tonight throughout the morning as well. I will still be on tonight. I'll be on in the morning as well. This afternoon, we'll be streaming 2 games, and then this evening, we'll be streaming 2 other different games. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do Monday. I may just buy a premium to where I can cloud stream on the PS4 or something. Cloud stream on the PS4 before work, maybe. That's something I've been wanting to do. Something I haven't got to do yet. Anyways, guys, I'll see you in either in about 30 minutes or an hour. Have a good rest of y'all's night. And my game stream should be live by the time 9:30 p.m. gets here. So make sure you get here if you want to see gaming content, if you want to watch me stream games. We're going to have some fun tonight, man. Strap up your seatbelts. Things finna get real on the channel. And as soon as I end the stream, I'm going to work on my thumbnail and background for my next game stream, which will be in the morning. And I'll be working on my game stream for the afternoon and night too. Once I work on my thumbnail and background for the morning, I'll probably start working on my new channel art banner a little bit, and then finish the rest of it tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, maybe. Tomorrow after the other game stream. But I'm getting out of here. See you guys in about either 30 minutes or in an hour. I don't know why I think I've changed the I don't know why I'm thinking I changed the video when clearly I didn't. I don't know why I keep forgetting I didn't change it. Keep forgetting I'm supposed to change it. I don't know, man. Stuff is bothering me this week. I'll see you guys in an hour. I'm getting out of here. I'm tired. I need to get off this laptop for a bit and let all these games install back into my laptop. See you. Have a good night, guys.